Antonio starts right now.
A teenager on trial for 2 murders will be tried as an adult, while a judge isn't going easy on Renee Gonzalez.
How we always feel her around here, memories.
San Antonio families sharing their ofrenda to honor a woman taken too soon, why they hope their story will inspire change.
And let's take a look outside with live cam. We are seeing rain around the Alamo City. Bottom line, don't cancel your plans, especially in the afternoon, but it is nice to see some neighborhoods getting some much needed rain after a dry October. Your forecast coming up.
Good morning. It's 8 a.m. on this Saturday, November 2nd. It is Dia de los Muertos today. There are some events happening downtown. There's Wurstfest happening.
Yes.
But you're saying, okay, we need this rain.
Yeah.
But it should clear up in the afternoon.
Rainy this morning, more widespread this morning. In the afternoon, there's less of a chance for showers and storms.
Okay.
So I don't want people to cancel their plans just because it might be raining outside right now. And it is raining for some folks. Let's go ahead and take a look at the authority radar. This is centered around San Antonio and the city of San Antonio. You can see we've got light rain showers around the city, especially in between 1604 and 281 and 410 on the north side, so near Chavano Park, also through downtown, seeing some light rain near JBSA Lackland as well, near Calaveras Lake. You can see that these showers are quickly moving to the north, and there are some areas that are missing out on the rain right now. Now, farther to the west, we do have a complex of storms in northern Uvalde County. Now, this complex of storms, it has been weakening, but it's moving to the northeast at about 20-25 miles per hour. And you can see there's a small chance that it could make it to San Antonio. I'll be timing that out for you here, but the biggest thing I want to communicate is that yes, this morning it's damp, but the showers are quick moving. From 11 to 4 p.m. though, it will be spotty. There's only going to be a 30% chance. After 4 p.m., our rain chances are really going to be practically zero for the day. Tomorrow we'll start again with morning drizzle and a bit of dampness, but less of a rain chance will lead to a warmer afternoon for the rest of your weekend. So coming up in the forecast, again, I'll give you an hour by hour timing of the rainfall, and we're also going to take a closer look at that storm out to the west, how much rain has fallen in some of those areas like Brackettville and Uvalde County. Details coming up.
16-year-old boy charged in 2 separate murder cases was trying to get the judge to try him as a juvenile. But the judge went the other way and certified him as an adult for the second murder case. So Renee Gonzalez was put on a GPS monitor as conditions for his bond release for a murder charge from a deadly shooting that happened in October of 2022. He's accused of taking off that monitor, and while on the run, he allegedly committed a second murder in November of last year. He has been certified to stand trial as an adult in both murder cases now. Gonzalez remains in jail. A trial date has not been set. He is facing up to life in prison if found guilty. A judge has denied Heather Rodriguez's request to have her bond reduced. That decision was made yesterday in court for Rodriguez, who was babysitting a 1-year-old boy when her dogs attacked and killed him. Rodriguez is charged with injury to a child and child endangerment. With her bond set at $250,000, Rodriguez has been indicted in the criminal case at a civil hearing. Last month, a judge ruled that all 3 of her dogs be euthanized, and that is set to happen next week. An ofrenda of awareness. The San Antonio family is hoping to honor their lost loved one this morning for Dia de los Muertos. 26-year-old Yulissa.
Her life was taken too short.
I miss her very much. How we always feel her around here, memories.
She died earlier this year in January. She and 2 others were driving on I-35. That's when another car traveling the wrong way hit them head on. San Antonio police arrested the driver of that vehicle for suspected DWI, intoxication assault. So her family built an ofrenda this week for Dia de los Muertos to honor her. And her family hopes that Ulysses' story convinces people in our community to drive sober and will always be aware when on the road. It's 8:05 and 72 degrees. Coming up, he's raising awareness for Brazilian culture and funds for a good cause. We'll introduce you to the man riding a mule across the Americas. No Shave November upon us. Learn why men around the country and here at KSAT are ditching the razors this month. And for those viewers who are asking, Justin Horn shaved his beard that he always has. It was kind of weird seeing him as a baby face, but that's why he shaved, because he's participating in No Shave November, like some of the gentlemen here at KSAT. 72 degrees at 8:05. Yeah, we do have some showers around our viewing area, around the San Antonio area this morning. Sarah Spivey says, hey, don't cancel any of your weekend plans though, because they will clear up and be spotty throughout the afternoon. She'll have a forecast for us when we come back. This morning, survivors of breast cancer and supporters of those impacted by it are walking for a cause at the More Than Pink Walk.
That's right. Our Devin Karp is live at the Westover Hills Methodist Hospital, the brand new Westover Hills Methodist Hospital, where this is happening. Devin, my question for you, is it raining where you're at?
Sarah, it is absolutely sprinkling. We've been seeing some of this mist all on our way in, but that is not going to stop the thousands of people who are making their way out here for the More Than Pink Walk. Now, like y'all mentioned, this walk is going to be filled with survivors of breast cancer and those who have supported others in their journey. Now, this is something that's put on by the Susan J. Komen Foundation, very popular nonprofit that works across the country. And like you mentioned, this is at the new Methodist Hospital over in Westover Hills. This is the first event they're actually hosting over here. Now, everyone's still getting ready, pouring in. Registration is happening right now, so if you want to come and you haven't made your way over here, there's still a little bit of time. The opening ceremonies are going to start at 9 a.m. Our own Stefania Jimenez is actually emceeing the event as well, which is really wonderful to see. So we're going to have more of this coming up soon. For now, I'm going to send it back to y'all. Devin Karp, KSAT 12 News.
Devin, thank you. That is a big event for breast cancer awareness here in San Antonio.
Absolutely.
Okay, get ready for the Sea of Beards this month. It's because No Shave November has already started.
So a lot of our KSAT gentlemen got in on the trend, trimming those beards in order to grow them back out over the course of the next month. And they do it big.
Yeah.
Every year.
They raise a lot of money, usually placing in the top 2 across the country. Now, they aren't doing this as a fashion statement. No Shave November also serves as a way to raise awareness and raising money for research into curing cancer. Last year, Team KSAT raised almost $10,000 to help fund cancer research. This year, you can donate directly to Team KSAT by going to our website, finding the Team KSAT on the No Shave November website. Like I said earlier, Justin, it was weird seeing Justin yesterday without
Fresh-faced.
a beard because he's had to shave in order to grow back the beard for No Shave November.
He always does well. He always raises a good chunk of money
does.
for the cause. Hey, as Devin was mentioning, there are areas of rain out there. Light rain falling around San Antonio at the moment. I want to give you just a preview of what you can expect for this weekend. I've already received a lot of questions. Should I cancel my plans? Should I cancel my plans? If they're in the afternoon, no, keep your plans because, again, even though we're dealing with the morning rain, the rain will be more spotty in the afternoon. The 40% is mainly for this morning. In the afternoon, we're looking at a 30% chance for a few pop-up showers and storms. So more dodging downpours in the afternoon than what we're dealing with right now, which is more widespread rain. We'll be at 83 today, 87 tomorrow. Don't forget, we fall back. Get an extra hour in the overnight hours as daylight saving time comes to an end. Well, morning drizzle tomorrow too, but way less of a chance in the afternoon. Here's the picture outside. You can see rain at the airport, 72 degrees visibility at about 8 miles. And looking at the authority radar here, as we zoom in to San Antonio, you can see that we have got some light to moderate rain falling in patches around San Antonio. This is very quickly moving to the north and to the east. Downtown seeing some rain. Hollywood Park area right there, 281, 1604 and I-10. There's plenty of areas that are experiencing a lull in rainfall too, not really looking at some of the rain falling right here on the southwest side of town. What I am particularly paying close attention to is out west, there are some storms. There's plenty of thunder and lightning in Uvalde County right now. In fact, we can go ahead and take a look at how many lightning strikes in this complex. 129 lightning strikes in that complex of storms. This is very heavy rain that's falling near Concan right now, northern Uvalde County. This system moving to the east at about 25 miles per hour. It's going to have a hard time making it to San Antonio with that intensity, but if it does so, I can put an ETA on this. It would make it to the Hondo area by about 9:55, make it to western Bexar County by about 10:45. I think it will weaken very significantly before it makes it here, but we'll keep our eye on that system. Otherwise, decent amount of rain has fallen with this. Take a look at these rainfall amounts through areas in Kenny County. We've seen in some places nearer to Brackettville about 4 inches of rain. That'll help that drought situation. Meanwhile, though, rainfall has been pretty light around San Antonio. Not expecting much of a drought alleviation with this light rain. Let me show you the future cast again. You can see it's more widespread this morning. As we head into the afternoon, it's going to be pretty spotty. Only a 30% chance. And then after 4 p.m., I think our rain chance is pretty much done for the day in a big way. So if you are having afternoon plans outdoors or evening plans, do not cancel them. We've got drizzle and light rain this morning. Then as we head into the afternoon, it'll become about 30% chance, 84 for the high, less of a rain chance this afternoon for us. And then the next thing that we're watching is a cool front that's going to move through Monday night into Tuesday. This is really going to allow for temperatures to fall into the 70s. For the second time this fall. It'll be pretty pleasant and windy, and morning lows will be in the 50s. So coming up, Sarah, in the next half hour, we're going to talk a little bit more about that cool front, but I really just wanted to get people through the morning. Again, a rainy morning, less coverage in the afternoon, so don't cancel your plans. And then as we head into next week, we're going to be looking at temperatures briefly in the 70s Tuesday and Wednesday, feeling like fall before we're back in the 80s on Thursday and Friday.
Okay, waiting for these 80s to go away. This is a cool front.
Right.
That we're
it's
getting
not cold. It's not going to be cold.
Right.
It'll just be feeling more like fall outside.
San Antonio fall.
Yep, exactly.
Thank you, Sarah. 8:15, 72 degrees. If you love all things German, New Braunfels is a place to be. Still ahead, we'll have a look at what you can expect at Wurstfest happening this weekend. And he's got a long way to go and a long time to get there. Coming up, we'll introduce you to the Brazilian Cowboy traveling through South Texas by mule. Welcome back. A man from South America, currently in the San Antonio area, and he's traveling by mule.
Interesting. His goal to get from Texas to the city he's from in Brazil, and he's doing it to educate people about the culture of the Brazilian cowboy. John Paparajas went out to Spring Branch to meet him and tells us what he's planning on donating at the end of his journey.
Taking a step in this man's shoes isn't for the faint of heart. He's on a journey that many people nowadays would never even dream of trying. Traveling from Texas to Brazil on a mule in a 2-year time span.
I really would like to promote my culture in Brazil, which is a culture is different from the cowboys here in America.
Pedro Enrique Biondo Matias explains he's taking on the journey with his dog and 2 mules. His hope along the way is spread awareness on the culture of Brazilian cattle drivers, or boiadeiros. A boiadeiro is easily identified by his instrument, which he uses to wake up cattle, control their pace, and warn others of danger in the area. As for his end goal, that'll come with saying thank you and goodbye to the trusted steeds that get him to his finish line.
After arriving in Brazil, I'm going to donate them for a cancer hospital, which treats everyone for free in Brazil.
Both mules will go to auction and money raised will go to the hospital. As for Pedro's journey, it started about 20 days ago in Fort Worth. He plans to make it to his hometown in Brazil by August 2026.
But are you worried about cartels?
I'm just a guy that is riding with 2 mules and a dog. what harm we can do for someone.
Pedro isn't as worried with man-made trouble as he is with that made by Mother Nature, like the Darien Gap, the 60-mile stretch of dangerous rainforest and mountains that connect Central to South America.
I think the best idea is just ship the mules on a boat.
But until then, he'll enjoy what the United States has to offer. And then when you can, you go through a drive-through at McDonald's.
Yeah, exactly.
Chicken Big Mac?
Yeah, okay, Big Mac.
Chicken Big Mac.
No. Big Mac, just a Big Mac, just a hamburger. Only car that I got is the mules. The mules is like cars, right? To me.
So how is this trip made possible? Pedro says he's relied on sponsors from one of the largest rodeos in Brazil that he plans to attend when he makes it back, as well as his social media following growing and strangers along the way giving him and his crew a place to rest, eat, and hydrate.
Hospitality of the Americans, it's amazing. Practically is the most important thing that I needed.
Hospitality.
Yes, exactly.
John Paul Barajas, KSAT 12 News.
Oh, the struggles of ordering at McDonald's. Pedro says he's stopping next in the Fair Oak Gray Forest area, and as for the rest of his trip, he's mapping that out as he goes. To follow his story, you can follow him on social media. We'll have a link to his social page on KSAT.com. It's 8:22 and 72 degrees. It's New Braunfels Festival time. That's full of tasty food and German heritage. David Elder shows us what to expect at Wurstfest this weekend. Today at 10 a.m., a new episode of Texas Eats. David Elder takes us to Wurstfest to sample some of their best bites.
All right, Reuben Taschen, Wurstentaschen. Okay, you got to pick one. Last bite you can have out of the two of them. Which one are you going for?
My favorite is the Reuben Taschen, but 90% of the people here, their favorite is the Wurstentaschen.
How many of these do you think you sell during Wurstfest?
We had 5,000 Wurstentaschens last year, and I think it was about 1,200 to 1,800 Reuben Taschens last year.
That's crazy. I mean, there's a reason for it. You have a really good location right here, right at the front. You ready to take a bite with me?
Absolutely.
All right, so you said the Reuben's your favorite.
Yes.
All right, so you can go for that one.
All right.
I'm gonna go for the Wurstentaschen. And look at that, absolutely loaded up, just like you said. Busting out the front like that. All right, Jimmy, you ready? Cheers.
Cheers.
Ooh, that just gave me a pregnancy craving right there. So coming up, David Elder and Texas Eats Gang will have a whole episode dedicated to Wurstfest, what you can expect, what's being served up starting at 10 o'clock this morning. And kudos to David, because he did that whole episode while wearing not stretchy pants. He's wearing the lederhosen, and I know those things are probably not that comfortable, so good job, David. And hey, Sarah Spivey is going to have the Wurstfest forecast for us coming up. It's 8:27, 72 degrees. In the last few years, we've seen a steady increase of pedestrian accidents on the road, but there's things that drivers and pedestrians can do to reverse that trend. Also coming up, yep, it's raining out there. We're going to check back in with Devin Karp out at the More Than Pink for Walk breast cancer awareness happening on the far west side. Hey, that rain, those light sprinkles aren't stopping the crowds. We're going to check in with him in just a bit. Good morning. It's 8:30 on this Saturday, November 2nd. And this morning, survivors of breast cancer and supporters of those impacted by it are walking for a cause at the More Than Pink Walk.
Despite of the rain, they're going to be out there. Our Devin Karp is live at the Westover Hills Methodist Hospital, where it is happening, and so is the rain, Devin.
Devin, where's your raincoat?
Where's your raincoat?
Hey guys, look, I left it in the car. I didn't think it was gonna be as it was. Now, excuse some of my wet hair, but that isn't stopping any of the enthusiasm people have out here. Take a look at this. We are right out here at the More Than Pink Walk going on this morning. As you can see, a little bit of rain is not stopping the thousands of people who are making their way out there to the new Methodist Hospital over here on Westover Hills. Now, everyone's getting ready, getting signed up. Registration is still going on. This walk is gonna kick off soon. Opening ceremonies are gonna start right at 9 a.m. The run is going to be happening shortly after that. Now, supporters and organizers behind the event say this is an important way for survivors to come together while simultaneously raising money and awareness behind breast cancer, hoping to find a cure. Now, we're actually going to talk later on with our own KSAT Stefania Jimenez, who's emceeing the event. Some pretty exciting stuff going on out here. Now, while we're still going to make sure we can stay dry for everything, we're going to be throughout here for the 9 a.m. hour and giving you some more coverage through the rest of the day on KSAT. For now, I'm going to send it back to y'all. Devin Karp, KSAT 12 News.
Thanks, Devin. And yeah, the big thing is there's no lightning with this around San Antonio right now, so it's not dangerous to be out there in the light rain. A lot of people still planning on being out there. As we take a look outside right now, it's 72 in San Antonio. Visibility down to 4 miles because of the rain. At Stinson, it's 74, visibility down to 8 miles. Bernie, 66, visibility down to 1 mile. And here's what we've got on the radar right now. You can see there are a few, mainly light rain showers, just quickly moving to the north, passing very quickly. There is one heavier shower, though, that's happening right now over JBSA Lackland. Now, farther to the west, notice there are a few thunderstorms for northern Uvalde County into Real County. These are gradually moving to the northeast at about 20-25 miles per hour. They will probably weaken significantly before making it to Bernie or Medina Lake, but we'll keep our eye on that. And if you're planning outdoor time today, and a lot of people are, the biggest thing to know is do not cancel your plans, because in the afternoon, the rain will only be spotty. That 40% coverage is happening right now over San Antonio. We were talking about Wurstfest. For any activities for Wurstfest, especially in the later part of the day, things should be okay. 83 for the high. Don't forget, this weekend we fall back overnight. Daylight saving time ends. Tomorrow, in spite of the fact that we'll have some morning drizzle, it'll be a warmer day because we'll have less of a rain chance. 87 for the high. I'm going to walk you through an hour-by-hour forecast as to when rain chances will be the least in San Antonio, and we'll also take a look at some rainfall amounts so far. Sarah.
Sarah, thank you. A San Antonio firefighter is in jail this morning, accused of repeatedly sexually assaulting a child. This is 31-year-old Joshua Daibaugh. He was booked in the Comal County Jail on Thursday. He's now facing multiple charges. City records show Daibaugh had been with the fire department since 2017. A spokesperson from the department says Daibaugh has been placed on administrative duty per department policy. And we now know the name of the man whose body was found with gunshot wounds in a golf cart along a north side trail. So the Bexar County Medical Examiner has identified him as 39-year-old Pete Hosea Castillo. Castillo's body was found last month near Walker Ranch Park on West Avenue. San Antonio police say his body was found wrapped in a tarp inside a golf cart. No word on any arrests in this case. Well, pedestrian crashes and fatalities are up 22% in Texas. It's over the past 5 years, and this time of year we usually see more of these incidents occur. There's a couple reasons as to why. So we're turning back the clocks and temperatures are starting to cool down. That means we'll see more of our neighbors out walking. So how can we stay safe? Here's RJ Marquez with advice to keep in mind.
As you make your trick-or-treat or fall festival plans, keep this in mind.
We're starting to move into the fall and winter season, so it's going to get darker earlier, which means that motorists are going to be traveling or making that evening commute.
Earlier this month, TxDOT hit the streets of San Antonio for its pedestrian safety campaign with these walking billboards. The walking billboards popped up in busy areas to remind drivers and pedestrians why it's important to follow the rules of the road.
Well, in an effort to reach more people in the community, the signs are both in English and in Spanish. So let's dive into the numbers a little bit more. Just last year in the city of San Antonio, there were more than 600 pedestrian crashes, so basically averaging about 2 per day. 67 of those crashes resulted in pedestrian deaths, and 94 of those crashes resulted in pedestrians with serious injuries.
Here's another eye-opening stat. Pedestrians are involved in only 1% of traffic crashes in Texas, but they account for 19% of all roadway deaths. And here's some quick tips for drivers. Stop and yield for pedestrians and crosswalks and give the right-of-way when turning. Put your phone down and be careful around big vehicles like city or school buses. And how about for pedestrians, bicyclists, or runners?
Make eye contact with drivers. Don't just cross or assume because you have right-of-way. Walk towards traffic so that the headlights are shining on them. Make sure you're wearing more visible clothing or reflective material. Avoid crossing like busy highways. We see a lot of that. You know, you should be crossing at intersections where they have crosswalks.
All good tips to keep you and your family safe this fall and winter. RJ Marquez, KSAT 12 News.
In your morning headlines, hospitals across the state now required to ask all patients their immigration status. That's because of an executive order by Governor Greg Abbott that was announced in August. So the facilities are required to track the cost of treating people without legal status. However, patients are not required to answer the question in order to receive medical treatment. Advocates fear this order could scare people away from seeking the care when they need it. And the United States is sending another multi-million-dollar package to Ukraine to the tune of $425 million. This isn't aid in the form of cash, however. The State Department says this is a presidential drawdown package, which means the equipment will be taken from the U.S. military stocks. This new package comes as thousands of troops from North Korea are potentially going to join forces with Russia in the fight against Ukraine. And striking workers at Boeing are set to vote on a new contract proposal on Monday. The proposed offer between Boeing and the union includes pay raises that add up to more than 43% over the 4-year deal. It also includes increased contributions to the employees' 401k accounts. However, it does not restore the pension plans that the union lost a decade ago. Economists have estimated the crippling 7-week strike has cost over $11 billion. Well, early voting for the 2024 election has officially come to a close, and voters did not disappoint, according to the Bexar County Elections Department Facebook page. 56,786 of you went out just yesterday. So if you haven't voted yet and you're doing so in person, your last chance to cast your ballot, of course, will be on Election Day, which is Tuesday, November 5th. While lines are expected to be longer on Tuesday, there is some good news. Bexar County residents will have 302 polling locations to choose from, compared to the 51 during early voting. And you may want to print out a sample ballot to mark up ahead of time and bring with you as a reference by printing it off.
These signs are in every single poll. It says that within 100 feet of any outside door, cell phones have to be off, smartwatches have to be off. They can take a piece of paper in, but they can't have anything on their phone. They can't do it electronically.
Oh, I know. We all use our cell phones for notes and our references, so can't bring your phone in. Print out that paper ballot or write down your notes. Texas law requires that you bring a valid photo ID to the polling location in order to cast a ballot. You also aren't allowed to wear anything that promotes one candidate or party over another within 100 feet of polling locations. That includes hats, t-shirts, pins. You'll be asked to take them off or leave them in the car. Polls will open at 7 a.m. on Tuesday and close at 7 p.m. KSAT.com, your destination for all the information you need before heading out to the polls on Tuesday. For a full list of those polling locations, as well as other helpful information, go ahead and scan that QR code on your screen. It's 8:40, 72 degrees. Elections may be stressful, but a lot of companies are offering discounts and even freebies on Tuesday. Still ahead, the Election Day deals you'll want to take advantage of. And from Muertos to Fall Fun, there's a lot of things happening in San Antonio this weekend. We'll take a look at the events you'll want to check out. That's next. Some good news. We do have some scattered showers throughout San Antonio in our viewing area. But Sarah Spivey says, hey, these aren't going to last all day, and then they're going to get kind of spotty throughout the afternoon. She'll have a forecast for us when we come back. From Dia de los Muertos to getting in some last pumpkin patch action, there's a lot to do with the family this weekend in San Antonio. Starting off with Muertos, there will be a celebration on Saturday evening. It takes place at the Pearl from 5 to 9 p.m. The community can honor their loved ones with ofrendas, enjoy live music, enjoy some beautiful art pieces by local artists, and a lot more. The event is free. No tickets are required. If you're still in the mood for a pumpkin patch, this place in Marble Falls has what you need. It's Sweet Berry Farm, located on the 1800 block of FM 1980. They will have their pumpkin patch and corn maze open until November 3rd. You can enjoy hay rides, pumpkin painting, pony rides, and more. Hours and prices vary day by day or by activity. You can head to KSAT.com to learn more.
All right, so events like the Muertos event happening at the Pearl, 5 p.m. to 9 p.m., rain chances are going to be a lot less by then. Okay, so if you have afternoon plans, like I'm saying anything from 3 p.m., 4 p.m. onward, don't worry about canceling your plans, okay? It's just that this morning it's pretty damp out there, and you can see that on our TransGuide cameras. Here's a look at some of the roadways. This right here, it looks like there is actually a crash happening. That's 235 at Palo Alto, so just be careful there. And you can see, again, once we get some slippery roads, you know how it is in San Antonio. People have a hard time with that, so keep that in mind. Some ponding on the roadways this morning. All of the rain right now really is light around San Antonio. There's a couple of neighborhoods that are dealing with more healthier downpours right near the SeaWorld area, just north of 151, close to Stevens High School, right around North Hunt Lane and 410 there. This is heading through Leon Valley, so within the next 2 minutes, Leon Valley, you're going to see some more moderate rain, some light rain near Chavano Park and Hollywood Park at the moment, and on the east side of town, we're talking near Adkins, Lone Oak, Schertz, Selma, out towards Seguin. That's where we've got some of that light rain as well. The rain around San Antonio, we really haven't seen a ton in the rain gauges around San Antonio. You can see it's been pretty streaky in nature, but on the south side there, right along the southern bend of 1604, about about 2/4 of an inch of rainfall. Now at the airport, we've measured 3/100ths. That's not much, but that is 3 times as much rain we saw in the month of October for San Antonio. So we are starting off November in a nice fashion, and you can see that a lot more rain has fallen out to the west. And the reason for that is there's a complex of thunderstorms occurring right now over Uvalde County, northern Uvalde County. Plenty of flashes of lightning between Lakey and Concan there. The Garner State Park out there, heavy rain falling as well. Now, this has been weakening as it moves to the east. It's moving to the east at about 25 miles per hour. If it can hold on, it would make it to Bandera by about 10:20, Bernie by about 11:10. It would make it to Hondo by about 10 o'clock, and San Antonio area inside of 1604 by 11:33. Now, that is a big if it can hold on. It might fall apart completely before it makes it to San Antonio, but we'll keep you posted. This is where we've seen a lot of rain in the last 12 hours. Anywhere you see these yellows, that's about 2 to 3 inches of rain, about 4 inches of rain for the Brackettville area. You can see in our futurecast, though, that we are expecting less coverage in the afternoon, only about 30%. Dodging a few downpours until about 4 o'clock rather. And then after 4 o'clock, our rain chances are pretty much done for the day. So walking you through your KSAT 12-hour forecast, drizzle and light rain this morning. In the afternoon, 30% chance, and then even less of a chance after 4 p.m., high temperature of 84 degrees. Then we watch a cold front move through Monday into Tuesday. It's not going to be chilly, but it's going to be pleasant Tuesday and Wednesday with highs in the 70s. You can actually see some of that colder air up to the north and to the west right now. Again, that front moving through Monday night into Tuesday. Another brief shot at rain. Unfortunately, not going to be amounting to much, and then it'll just be windy and cooler Tuesday and Wednesday. Here's a look at that forecast. Again, people have been asking me, should I cancel my afternoon plans? Should I cancel my afternoon plans? No, don't cancel them. This is just some Nice to see some weather changes in our forecast. Rainy this morning, not as rainy tomorrow. We'll have some morning drizzle, but way less of a chance for rain. And you can see it's going to even be pretty toasty tomorrow. High temperature of 87.
Ready for those high 80s to go away.
I know. Well, all you got to do is wait till Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Did you like how I said that?
Wait till Tuesday.
Hey, what can I say? I'm an Aggie. Oh, Giga Aggies, by the way.
Are they playing today?
Mm-hmm.
Who are they playing?
South Carolina.
Oh my gosh.
We have a producer, Ross, and we have a friendly bet.
By the way, I didn't even talk to you about it. Last weekend, my husband
LSU
about died. Big LSU fan, was very upset.
Giga Aggies.
Yeah. All right, thank you, Sarah. It's 8:50, 72 degrees. Plenty of restaurants, chains, and other businesses are offering you sweet deals on Election Day. Find out who's offering those best freebies on Tuesday, like Sarah Spivey says, next. In your consumer headlines this morning, U.S. workers will be allowed to save a little more pre-tax earnings in their 401k retirement funds starting next year. The IRS announced the new contribution limit for 2025 will be $23,500 from 2024. For those 50 and older, the IRS did not adjust the limit on catch-up contributions, which stand at $7,500. The exception is for those aged 60 through 63 who can deposit an additional $11,250. Speaking of Election Day, some companies are offering perks and discounts this Tuesday. Both Uber and Lyft are giving riders 50% off trips to their polling place. For those ordering food, Uber Eats is offering 25% off certain orders Tuesday evening into Wednesday morning. And as part of its Drive the Vote deal, car rental company Hertz is giving one free day when customers rent 2 or more days through November 5th. Krispy Kreme giving away a free original glazed donut to honor, quote, democracy. Cute. Saw what they did there. No purchase of proof of vote is necessary. Johnny Rockets handing out free shakes to guests to prove they voted. Lastly, IKEA is giving out free frozen yogurt on Election Day with a coupon. 8:55, 72 degrees. We'll be right back. Hey, real quick before we go to break, I just want to give a shout out to my younger brother, Jonathan Acosta,
He just moved here, right?
He just moved here from Corpus Christi, and he is a 6th grade English teacher at Schlatter Elementary. There he is. Look how handsome he is. And I'm giving this shout out because Shirt-Cibolo ISD, the district he works for, did a whole feature on him being a new teacher in their publication.
Oh my goodness, to be a new teacher and to be featured, what an accomplishment.
I know. So we're proud of you, Jonathan, and I'm proud of all the teachers. Thank you so much to all the teachers. You are the heroes and the backbone of our society doing God's work out there. I know he comes home every day and I see him and he's like so tired, but he's like, I'm grateful for my students. So.
Hope our teachers get some good rest this weekend. And we've got rain on the radar. I'm going to be talking more about that and why you shouldn't cancel your plans this afternoon.
All right, it is 8:58, 72 degrees. Still ahead, now that we're in the month of November, it's time to start thinking about your Christmas shopping. We'll tell you what experts are saying about the deals out. That's coming up.